We just wrapped up National Signing Day just about a couple weeks ago, and a lot of great talent going to a lot of great schools. But one in particular is quarterback Gunnar Stockton. Now, as we know, Georgia's still been trying to find that true leader at the quarterback position for quite some time under Kirby Smart. Going to take a look at some Gunnar Stockton highlights, break it down for you. And is this the guy that could be the future for Georgia football? Let's get into it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard here, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you with a video today looking at Gunnar Stockton, 6'1", 220. He's a four-star dual-threat quarterback, which actually he's at least a four-star according to 247. A lot of different others like Rivals or whoever have him as five-star. But I'll tell you what, from what I've seen from this kid, he plays like an elite, talented five-star quarterback. Forget star rating. Georgia has something in this signee, commit, whatever. Just signed on National Signing Day a couple weeks ago at the start of the early signing period, at least. We still got part two, National Signing Day in February, so still plenty of talent out there. But I do want to take a look at some highlights and just kind of break down overall what I see in Gunnar Stockton. Again, before we get into some highlights here, though, let's take a look at his profile on 247 Sports. He's 6'1", 220 in this year's class of 2022 from Rabun County, where he played high school. 247 compository rankings has him a four-star. He's nationally ranked 67th. He's the seventh quarterback in the class. He's fifth in the state of Georgia for recruits. Overall, he got so many different offers. He signed with Georgia, but he had offers from South Carolina, Alabama, App State, Arkansas. View the complete list, I guess, if you guys want to, and we'll go not all of them, but I mean some teams in there like Army, Auburn, Florida, LSU, Mississippi State, North Carolina. I think I saw Louisville, Penn State, Ole Miss, and so on and so forth. I mean, not the entire Power Five, but he had quite a few options on signing day. He committed to Georgia, and he ended up going there. And according to this, too, it seems like South Carolina would have been the next choice if he didn't pick UGA. Did he make the right decision? I think so, which we know all about the we know all about the history with Georgia quarterbacks and Kirby Smart. It just seems like, is this the right guy? It hasn't been a lack of talent. It's just been a lack of who needs to play at what moment. I mean, currently going into the playoffs, Georgia fans are arguing over Stetson or JT. I personally think that y'all have been rolling fine with Stetson Bennett. If JT does get back and get healthy, maybe you give him a chance. I really don't know. I think talent-wise, it's JT Daniels' leadership and just overall fitting the scheme of what Georgia has offensively. I think you probably stick with Stetson. But let's look at the future real quick. Gunnar Stockton is a four-star dual-threat quarterback. He's incredible, right? I think that he's got a bright future. I think that he's built very well. He's 6'1", 200 pounds even. That is a great build and fit for a very good, strong quarterback. He's very mobile. I think he can read a good defense. He's very aware. He had a pretty good O-line to protect him in high school. I think that with the recruiting of Georgia, he's going to have some good offensive line too at UGA going forward. Is he a day one starter, though? I mean, it's not this season, but next season he could possibly take the field. JT Daniels could go to the draft. Does Stetson come back? That's the thing. For next year, and we'll talk about it all throughout the offseason. Trust me, I'm going to find some streams in the summertime. And trust me, Ugga Boy's going to come on. You know my man Brian coming on here talking about the quarterback situation. But it is a possibility that you see Gunnar Stockton out there. But they also got some guys like Carson Beck or Brock Vandegrift or whoever. I mean, I'm about fed up with hearing about it and thinking about the Georgia quarterback situation. But let's focus on this one guy and Gunnar Stockton. Let's look at some of his highlights and what he can bring to the table at UGA overall. Again, I won't try to make this too long, but let's look at some of his highlights here overall. When I see him, I see a strong arm, just good mobility, and just good awareness. Here he is right here. I guess let's take a quick look. Very mobile. Look at this. O-line blocking for him. He's gone. He's got great acceleration and speed. Not quite a touchdown there, but I like seeing a play like that from a quarterback. And, you have to – we talk so much about dual threat quarterbacks and how you got to quit running and throw the football. Sometimes you need to make a play with your legs, and he does a good job here. I mean, he really does. Well, this is a pass. This isn't the exact play. But look over here over the middle. I want to count real quick how fast it takes him when the ball is snapped. 1, 2, maybe 2.5 seconds just to get it out of his hands. He reads the defenses. This guy's going to cut across. You got a guy here. You have 3 defenders right here. But honestly, prior to that, tackle there, he's able to fit it between 2 defenders. Guy coming across the middle, wide open space. You see there. Yeah, he's got guys behind him that probably could cut across. But if you get the timing right, you go up and you make a big throw like that. That's what's so special about Gunnar Stockton. He does a great job reading defenses. You see it here. He kind of cuts. I love this running play that he has right here, rushing the ball. When you see it, let me back this up just a little bit here. He takes the snap. O-line's protecting a little bit. Key block right there. That's number 1. Number 2, he's got an open lane. You got a guy blocking here. You got a guy blocking here. 2 on 2. Let's go, right? He knows what's up. He knows where they're going. He finds an open field, right? He starts at the 50-yard line, right? He's going to run, but he also reads this here. He can tell. I got to get out of this guy's way. Let me cut right. Let me go up and use the sideline just a little bit, and he does. And he's acceleration to the end zone. And again, he doesn't quite get there, but that's just something very special. I think what Georgia's getting in this, and again, I mentioned I don't want to make this too long on you guys, but overall, when I look at a guy like Gunnar Stockton, I see a guy with poise. Look at this play. Look at that. Against the rush, he had great O-line in high school. I mentioned maybe he's going to have that at Georgia too. They're recruiting on both sides of the ball really well with Kirby Smart. Gunnar Stockton, I think, has the potential to be the quarterback. And I know we've been saying it for quite some time. It was supposed to be Fields. It was supposed to – I heard stuff about Jacob Eason. I heard this or that about Stetson now and JT, and I just don't know. In a couple years, maybe give it a year or 2. If it's Gunnar Stockton, it's Gunnar Stockton. I guarantee you. There won't have to be any controversy, Georgia fans. I think you have found your guy. Look at him just lighting up darts to these receivers. 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, maybe 2 seconds after the ball is snapped, and this guy's already trying to make a play and letting the ball out of his hands and finding receivers. Look at this. Seriously, folks, watch. You got to get it over some defenders here. And you got to give props, though, always. It's never just the quarterback. He had playmakers in high school, but him finding the playmakers is impressive. Using the sideline a little bit. He's just very effective and just a strong arm. I'm watching this guy, and quite honestly, look, I don't know where we are with how good Trevor Lawrence is. Talent-wise, we know he's great. But this is making me think of watching Trevor Lawrence at Clemson, just the whip of his arm and just able to get it out fast and strong and effective. And look how mobile he is, too, using the sidelines. It's very incredible to see. Overall, I give this an A-plus recruit here for Kirby Smart. Gunnar Stockton is going to be something special. But here's the thing, and this is where I get to it. If a guy like this comes in for Georgia, do you trust Kirby Smart to truly, develop this guy? Because, even 5 stars like this, need to be developed, need to be helped a little bit. Overall, like, do you trust him? I think you can. I don't see why not. I mean, kind of. Here's the thing: Kirby can coach a football team. I don't think he should be in charge of this offense, and he has kind of let it go a little bit. And forget about the whole Stetson and JT thing this year. I think JT's better talent wise, but it just seems like they got something going with Stetson, and they need to stick to him unless he's hurt, or maybe they get into that position where, all right, it's not working out. We need to put a guy in there. But next season for Georgia, and look, I don't know if you start this guy right away. I would, talent wise, I put this talented quarterback in there ASAP. But again, knowing Kirby Smart, I mean, because you also still got 5-star Brock Vandergriff, but this is the new up and coming guy right here, Gunnar Stockton. 6'1, 220. He's a 5-star. You saw his highlights. He's got a strong arm. He's got the talent. I mentioned, like, I might compare this guy to Trevor Lawrence a little bit. And the way that he throws and gets the ball out quickly, I love that. It's incredible. It's amazing to see. I think Georgia's got something in Gunnar Stockton, but is he the future for Georgia? Is this it? Is this the future for UGA? Is this their leader? Is this the guy? Because I mention all the time, Kirby's got defense down flat. He can recruit and plug and play with how they recruit. It's plug and play. Just put the guys on the field. You can coach them enough. They're going to hit you in the mouth on defense. What Georgia needs to worry about is offense and scoring. And they've had the receivers. They've had the running backs. The key thing that's been missing is quarterback play. And it seemed like they had that at the start of the season with JT. And when he got hurt and Stetson had to come in for him, it seemed like, at least leadership-wise, it was a little better, right? That's what I've been trying to say about Stetson. Is leadership and communication with the receivers is very important at Georgia right now. I mean, forget about the talent. Yeah, talent-wise, I think JT's better than Stetson. I just think Stetson, has enough talent, but also the communication with him and the receivers and the relationship that he has with those guys to be like, I see you out there. All right, we know what we got to do on the field. Next play, we know what to do. Come on. I just feel like he has that. But again, getting back to this recruiting, Gunnar Stockton, 6'1", 220. I think he seems like he's got all of that in one. Like, he seems like he's got the mindset and leadership of Stetson Bennett. He's got the arm strength and talent of a guy like Trevor Lawrence or JT Daniels, who both, I believe, JT was a 5-star. But overall, man, I got to give Georgia props for picking this guy up. I want to see this guy somewhere. Like, Alabama's got Ty Simpson. I'll break down some of his film, and I'll look at some other players too. If there's anybody out there, a new recruit or whatever you want me to look at, let me know. But I wanted to start here. Overall, look, I would take this guy. Like, it would have been so funny if he would have took a place like Alabama or whatever. But then again, we got our own guy coming up in Ty Simpson that I'm very excited for. But I'll say this: anybody that ends up with a talent quarterback like this in Gunnar Stockton should be excited and ready to just go out there and put this guy on the field. I think Georgia's got something, but again, and it seems like he's kind of figured some things out, especially this year. I mean, Georgia's the team to beat this year in college football, them in Alabama. We might get a rematch in the title game. I think that I still think that for this year, they've been carried by their defense. Like, it's been that good that maybe it's one of those years where defense could get back to winning you a championship, instead of what we saw with Burrow and Trevor Lawrence, and of course last year with Mac Jones, where you just had quarterback play. Maybe Georgia wins it all with the defense. That's possible. But going forward, I think with all the talent and everything, and especially like recruiting is the bloodline of college football. And right now, the bloodline is relying on quarterback play, great receivers, weapons on the field that can make big-time plays in football. But Georgia can get that. But have they found the guy? Because I think Georgia right now is a system. I think Kirby is a system leader. I don't think that he can just take anybody, any quarterback off the street and develop him. But could he take, as the head coach, could he trust the offense and everybody? Like, could they take a guy like Gunnar Stockton and take some great receivers or whatever that they have and guys incoming and work with it and put together the right type of offense good enough to put enough points up to win every game and potentially win a championship? Like, let's say they don't do it this year. I've said if they don't do it, they will never do it, in my opinion, in this year. But maybe I'll hold off on that. Maybe Gunnar Stockton in a couple years could be that quarterback for him that leads the offense if you let him have control and give him the football. And if you have whatever receivers he's going to have going forward with Georgia, he might be the guy to turn around the Georgia offense. But I want to hear from you guys in the comments. I'll probably premiere this for you. Let me know. Please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new for more amazing sports content, especially with college football. I do this. I've been doing quite a bit for you guys. It's not every day I get something out, but I try as best I can. I love y'all. Jesus loves you. He's got an amazing plan for your life. Again, thank you so much, everyone, with this year 2021 coming to an end. It's been a heck of a year here. First year in Alabama. Made great friendships this year. Some great people I've met here on YouTube. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Keep your head up. Jesus loves you. God bless. And as always, folks, like I say,
roll down Tide.
Roll Tide. Ballard Sports Media checking out. Love y'all.